Okay, this is day one of the Awan trial, part three. And I am going to say I am going to capitulate to my brother and his advice to sue Debbie Wasserman Schultz directly and Imran Awan in a criminal conspiracy under RICO. So there's several reasons for this, but I just want the standing to be absolutely clear and not have to stretch for standing. I have given money to Bernie 5 times, I think it was. So I do obviously have standing against the DNC. I obviously have standing against Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and I obviously have standing against Imran Awan. It's just going to make it cleaner in the Beck lawsuit, which I have in front of us now. You have about 150 or so people in the class. I can always add people to the class as I go, and I don't want to cloud the class initially. I want to keep it very clean so people, the press, knows directly who to come to, who the plaintiff is, who is the defendants, who are the defendants, and then who are the witnesses. I think this is just very clean. Jurisdiction will be different because I won't sue in Florida. I'm not going to go to Debbie Wasserman Schultz, ground floor there, the Mayo Clinic, what I call the Mayo Clinic, Southern District of Florida, or the Middle District of Florida. I can't remember which one, the Mayo Clinic, but has that judge. But then there's a list of all the plaintiffs, and you can see all the plaintiffs, and that could cloud things quite a bit. And let's see how many they list here. If I had to go and slow things down, I think more than anything else. I'm still collecting all the people who have standing. I still want you to send your congressman. If you gave to Bernie, obviously now you're also going to have standing. But this is, I'm going to use the same format. Obviously, so much more evidence has come forward since this case was filed on July 28th, 2016. So my case obviously will include against Act Blue. This case, the money was given to Act Blue, but I'm going to obviously go into Act Blue's phishing scheme. I'm going to go into the CDW scheme, the doping of the phones. I obviously now have the Grafenstein investigation report that I can go to, all the different police reports that have come forward as far as the beatings are concerned. I think those beatings are going to end up being some of the people in the CAO's office and not actually Galani. I wish Luke would publish pictures of Galani and publish pictures of Cristal Champagne, Pepignon. That would help tremendously. So anyway, I'm obviously going to add Dave's advice for the Computer Fraud Abuse Act. It's obviously a RICO case, a racketeering scheme. So we got a lot of evidence to go for. I'm doing this out of expediency. Like I said, I want $1 from this whole thing, and what I really want are the key witnesses to step forward, to be summoned to the court, subpoenaed, and then provide this information to the American people. I am not doing this because I'm a sore loser Democrat. I'm doing this to heal the Democratic Party, to cut the cancer out, to get back to a clean party, and this really is the better thing to do now rather than wait. The longer you wait, the worse the cancer becomes. Waiting on cancer and just hoping it goes away, it's just not a good strategy. Trust me, cyberknifing this thing out is the only way to go. Cyberknifing this thing out is the only way to go. Obviously, we only have to file the complaint initially with a finding, with a probable cause that harm has occurred and injury has occurred. I don't think anyone doubts that fact. Even in this case, the judge said there was harm. It's just that they couldn't hear it for some reason. So anyway, we're not going to sue down there. I'm going to sue in D.C. District Court. Everybody says, oh, everything's completely stacked against you in D.C. District Court. That doesn't matter. I'm doing this so that it has the largest publicity possible, and that the issues can be laid out before the American people within a mile, within steps of the Capitol building, The house is on fire. This is the people's house. The people's house is on fire. There's a huge impingement and a chilling effect on the First Amendment, fundamental rights. Every person in America is affected by this because they're affected by their relationship with their representative in the House of Representatives beyond the damage created to the Democratic Party and the RICO statute, the RICO statutes that have been violated. Computer Fraud and Abuse, Espionage Act, RICO, all will be in the lawsuit, not just the fraud allegations.